Picture it. You're minding your own business when suddenly a rainbow-swirled tornado of giant jelly beans zooms across the sky, stopping just short of flattening you like a pancake. That's what happened to poor Jasper, an 8-year-old kid with freckles, goggles that were way too big for his face, and a lab coat that was even more wrinkled than his pants. As a world-renowned child prodigy, Jasper had invented many amazing things like self-buttering toast and invisible thread so his dog wouldn't unravel his sweater. But nothing could have prepared him for this. He stared up at the swirling vortex of sugary doom with wide eyes, his face smudged with marshmallow goo from a failed experiment. "I didn't mean to make that," he screamed over the roar of the wind. Then, without warning, the tornado dipped low, whooshing past his head and snatching his goggles right off his face. Jasper let out a yelp and instinctively jumped for cover. He popped out from behind a giant gummy bear bush just in time to see his goggles disappear into the swirling mass of candy. Determined to get them back, Jasper hopped onto the back of a passing gummy bear like it was a rodeo bull, and boy, did it buck like a wild bronco. Chocolate hailstones the size of softballs cracked against him, nearly blinding him. Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, a licorice lasso swung down from above, catching his foot and spinning him upside down. He kicked and wiggled until the candy whip finally snapped back, sending him tumbling through the air. "Whoa!" he screamed, laughing nervously. The jelly bean tornado was gaining on him, though, and there was nowhere left to run. Caramel sauce bubbled and hissed as it closed in around him, pulling him toward its center like a giant sucking candy vortex. But wait, was that a belly button? A glowing candy core pulsated at the heart of the storm, guarded by a sour gummy worm the size of a bus. Its gummy eyes blazed with fury as it roared. "Beware, the candy core's power is mine to command." It lunged at Jasper, bearing its fangs like a toothy dragon, and he could feel its hot, sour breath on his face. At that moment, he knew he had only one chance to escape. He flipped over the worm, scrambled for his goggles, and jammed them on his face just in time for the worm to burp a huge glob of acid green slime. Coughing and spluttering, Jasper looked up just in time to see the giant marshmallow parachute blossom above him. It landed with a soft thud, nearly swallowing him whole. Then it took off again, floating away into the distance with Jasper clinging onto its billowing folds for dear life. Once they were far enough away that the child prodigy couldn't hear the angry roar of the gummy worm, he took a deep breath and slumped against the marshmallow fibers. His goggles were battered but still intact, and that was all that mattered. Then he noticed something strange. One of the jelly beans the tornado had flung into the air had landed right on the tip of the marshmallow. It pulsed with a soft inner light, and as he reached out to touch it, the world dissolved into a sugary swirl of rainbow colors. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself back in his own room, sitting on the floor next to his invention table. The glow-in-the-dark jelly bean sat in the palm of his hand, and as he popped it into his mouth, its magic filled him with a sudden burst of energy. He grinned, already thinking of all the crazy contraptions he could invent with newfound powers. But first, he needed a snack. "Next time," he said with a mischievous grin, "I'm inventing salad." And with that, he was off, leaving a trail of glitter and gummy worms in his wake. Thanks for coming along with us on this adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, little one.